so much for coming and actually being part of this. This like friendship is so precious these days. It's always been precious, but I feel like friendship and showing up in person is really important. And I'm trying to do more of that myself, be a better friend and show up. And you guys have all done that, and I just want you to know how much that means to me. As the road, I don't want it to come across as a finger wag, because the song really is about our overscreened lives, and I'm guilty of it too, and trying to remember, because I am of a generation where we didn't grow up with screens and we interacted in a different way, but I find myself falling into traps of scrolling, and I think so much of the technology, kind of going back to the AI or all the tools that we have, conversation that we were having earlier, I think all of these things are tools, and they're tools that can be very creative, but they also have another side to them, and I think it's just worth discussing. I think it's like having a conscious behavior. When do we consciously engage, so we just don't get sucked in? Because I think my mom said that TV was going to rot my brain, and it did, and it just keep going from there. So I don't want the video to come across as preachy, because it's me too. But I really want to say thank you to Terry Day, who's here, and to Julie Vandermaiden on the background vocals for this. Terry drove a long way to come out and rehearse and to record, and I really think that the trio of voices really lifted this last song, made it super special. Do you have anything on these?
Well, there's one thing I wanted to, she just told this lovely story, and I'm going to say like a music thing, it's not as...
No, it's good.
Just a couple things I wanted to just say before we ended all this. If you ever make an album, having a good producer is very helpful. It's like the hidden member of the band.
Very much so.
Many years ago, I had a friend who was doing an album, and Pierre worked with them for it, and I played bass on one song. And afterwards, Pierre gave me this. He said, and this stuck with me. This has been like 10 years. You play bass like a guitar player, and that it was like a painful moment in my musical life. And I always, when we started working on this, it was like the first time I'd been asked to not like write music with people or come up with my own music. It was like, Elle has these songs, and I have to be there to do everything I can to serve the song, her message, the tone she's trying to create. And then I was like, I'm going to play bass, so I have to remember what Pierre told me and like get in the bass player mindset. And it was really, it's like I needed that then, and it really helped me, I think, for this to like play bass. And not only that, but also just thinking of all these things, every guitar part. I chose to use the baritone guitar, which is sort of halfway between the bass and the regular guitar in its range. And it's tuned like a guitar, but it's not the same notes as a guitar, so it's a bit weird because you're always trying to go like, okay, what normally is an A minor chord is now not an A minor chord, and my whole mental map of the instrument has to be adjusted, but it has its own tone, and its own voice, and its own quality. And that's like something I wanted to do with this record, is like have that be the instrument that I play everything on, and find the best way to make this instrument communicate with her songs. And it was a lot of fun. It was very rewarding. It was a challenge as well, because a lot of the things that you are used to doing, like I'm used to playing guitar, and now I'm thinking as a bass player, I'm thinking how this instrument fits in. And there was a song where I had this whole part, and it sonically clashed with her voice, and I had to axe all the parts I had composed for this entire song, but like, you have to start from scratch. And it's it's really cool. And like Jamie was saying about like, when are you done? Because I can keep adding layers to every song until the computer crashed because there were too many files of guitar parts on it. But you know, you eventually have to say like, this is the part. And on the road specifically, I had I didn't play a lot of guitar solos, and I'm not really a big guitar solo person, so I tried to do my own thing with all the solos. And I had 2 on this one, and there's a piano solo. And after I recorded my guitar solos and the piano, I came back and redid all the guitar parts because I was like, the piano just, you know, it was this thing, and I have to make the guitar and has to all communicate and talk to each other. So sometimes even when you say I'm done, you come back and I'm okay, I wasn't done. After Reed becomes done, and it was anyway, it was a lot of fun, and I'm really grateful to have worked with the 3 of you on this project. I think the 3 different change one person, or can't change Elvis. She's the best here, but you change one of these 2 guys out, and I think the album is a completely different thing, and maybe it's not even. Maybe we wouldn't be sitting here because it wouldn't have been good enough to want to share with anybody. But with these two here, and with her, amazing songs, it was.
It's funny. I was just sitting here and I was thinking that cascading bass line in that last tune was really awesome. And it's fine. We're hearing it bounce off the back and come to us, so it's kind of funny sounding. I could hear it in here. I'm like, oh, you nailed that. I don't even know how you did that scale all the way down there. It was really good. So props on your bass playing skills. But yeah, the only closing comment I wanted to make is that so I played in a band and toured all through my 20s. I had a lead singer that we just think we're going to go do these recordings. You just go do it. You go make a record. You go do all this stuff. It's part of what you do. And the lead singer kind of slowed us down one day, and he was like, you know what? It's a privilege to get to do this. This might be the only time you ever do it, and it's just such an honor and a privilege to be able to record a record. Or even a song for that matter, but a record, like the way he put it that day really stuck with me, like hopefully some of the stupid things I've said to you guys. It's like, wow, yeah, this is a privilege. So every time I get to help somebody with their journey, it's just a privilege and an honor. And in the meantime, 2 of the nicest people that you could possibly meet, oh my gosh, they brought me eggs at times. I don't know if you've seen Greg's eggs, that's why I'm calling them, but they're amazing. Just a delight. I can't thank you guys enough, and thanks for having me. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just going to go in a big tangent, but again, it was such a privilege, and I wish we could keep, not adding layers and layers, but it's just such a great space to get into, and working with them, and yeah, what a privilege. So, hope you can enjoy.
I woke up with a little song in my head this morning, so maybe we'll have it again. And if we have a little time, we will take questions after this last song. I'm not sure how we are doing, but here comes the road.